Very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. Here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I'm your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us on all of your summer vacations. Plus, find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio, and we're also streaming live on YouTube. Head over there right now and search up Kern Radio. Then hit that subscribe, and then hit the notification bell up in the top corner. That'll let you know every time that we go live. And you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks. For all your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. And welcome to the JR Show. It is a Wednesday. It is July 1st. We've officially landed in July. It's a Wednesday. It is a Wellness Wednesday. We have a good show for you. We have Dr. Amanda Pratt. She is with Kick It, California. She's going to teach you how to quit smoking. Because if you're still smoking in 2026, something wrong with you.
Smoking's bad. Okay?
Smoking's bad for you. In case you haven't noticed, smoking's bad for you. So don't smoke the cancer sticks.
Yeah.
And if you need help, we got help. Chris. Dr. Amanda Pratt will give us tips on how we can quit smoking the nicotine, because the nicotine smoke is bad for you. Nicotine smoke is bad.
Nicotine kills.
Nicotine kills. That's cancer sticks. You don't want to smoke those things.
I'm sorry.
What?
I grew up with a family full of chain smokers.
So, so did I. Well, no, whole family, but my mom smoked back when I was younger. She hasn't smoked in probably 30 years.
You know what? I shouldn't call them full of chain smokers. Two of them for sure, chain smokers.
And they both listen, and they're both like, thanks, Chris.
All my family smoked cigs at one point. Every single one of them. They all quit because of us.
Yeah, no, I smoked cigarettes at one point.
How? Why do you guys like the taste of it? I've tried it once or twice, but each time I'm like, dude, this is disgusting.
So it started for me when I was 18. And my daughter's listening, and she's just going, Dad, you
saw that camel with the cool leather jacket and sunglasses and said, I want to be like that guy.
I shouldn't tell this story. I should wait till she gets in the car with her mom to go to theater to tell the story about how I used to smoke. Because she's probably listening right now going, my dad used to smoke? Yes. I used to smoke cigarettes for a short amount of time. I was, like I said, I was 18. It was just after high school. I was going out with the friends all the time. And I started smoking Black and Milds, the little like cigar things. Yeah, cigarillos, cigar things. That and what are the other things called? Cloves? You ever smoke cloves?
No.
You never heard of cloves?
I've heard of them, but never smoked them.
And so I would smoke on a Black and Mild, and we'd be out at a party or something, and I'd either have a Black and Mild, and then one time I didn't, and all my buddies were smoking cigs, and I was like, just give me a cigarette, dude. And from there, I started smoking, and then I eventually bought my own pack, and then just carried on.
I think you were smoking worse stuff
with the Black and Mild.
With the Black and Milds. So I was like, you actually went down a peg, not up.
Well, I was smoking reds though. I wasn't no Marble Light 100s or Cool, or I did Newports for a little bit. You can't even get menthol cigarettes in the state of California.
It's
all banned. What really sucks is about the ban on flavored cigarettes is the no more grape swishers. I used to love grape swishers.
My friends, all when the menthols got banned, every single one of them wanted to come after the government. Yeah. All of them. I was like, dude, y'all need to calm down. It's just a cigarette.
It wasn't the menthols for me. It was more the Phillies. No more strawberry and grape Phillies. I like to roll my stuff up in the grape.
Like I said, the only Philly I like is on the baseball team. So
yeah, but then I quit, and then I started smoking again. I don't know how or why, but I quit at one point. I think that it was a girlfriend, so I quit for the girlfriend. And then as soon as we broke up, I was like, screw you, I'm smoking cigarettes again. and I started smoking cigarettes again. And then it wasn't until I got to Vegas, and maybe they still have them in Vegas. They have cigarette vending machines in Vegas where you can just walk up like you would buy a Coke out of a vending machine, but they have cigarettes, or they did. I don't know if they still do, but they did back. This was early 2000s. And I went and I bought a pack and I sat down at a slot machine and I was like, okay. And then my sister came, and my sister that lives in Vegas came and sat next to me. And next to her was a book of matches. And I was like, hey, pass me those matches. I don't have any. I need to light the cigarette. Pass me those. And she goes, okay. And she passed me the book of matches. And then underneath that book of matches was a whole pack of cigarettes, or a pack of cigarettes. And she picks them up and shakes them. And she goes, here, you can have these too. It's full. So then I had 2 packs of cigarettes. And I think I consumed both of those packs of cigarettes that evening. Worst.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Yeah, worst thing ever. I mean, I was just changed. I was sitting there having a drink, playing the slot machines, and just smoking cigarettes because you can smoke inside of Vegas. And I was just blah, 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 blah. I woke up the next morning going, I'm never smoking again in my life. And I stuck to that for a little bit. And then I shouldn't name her, but I met somebody and they smoked. So I picked it up here and there a little bit, but then I've completely quit. I haven't smoked a cigarette in at least 9 and 10 years, something like that, probably since my daughter's been born. I don't think maybe I picked up 1 or 2 here on a stressful evening, but other than that.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know we all got our vices and whatnot,
Yeah.
but I just don't understand when people say, oh, I love the taste of a cigarette.
No.
Like, what?
Now I smell them and it's nasty. I can smell it. You can smell it on people after they've smoked and come in. It's all bad. It's all bad. So if you guys need help quitting, that was my long story of myself smoking. But if you guys want to help quitting, we have a guest coming on later, Dr. Amanda Pratt with Kick It California. She's going to teach you how to quit. Speaking of California, we've got some more craziness out of Sacramento, AB 2691. That they were trying to pass into law. It started off like some things do. It started off as being good. And then once the folks up in Sacramento get a hold of it, it turns out it's not so good. We'll talk about that. The crazy story that happened this morning with the 2 people that climbed atop of the Empire State Building and all the way to the tip of the spire to unfurl a flag. I'll tell you what it said and what else happened up on top of that spire. That was crazy to watch. I was almost, and I don't know, it was on the TV in here, Chris. Tell me, were you watching just to see if somebody was going to fall? Partially, right?
Partially. I don't want to see that, though. But at the same time, I was sitting there thinking, you better be harnessed to something.
They were not.
If one bad wind comes across, you are flying.
They were not. They were not harnessed to something. We'll also talk about not only that, but the county budget. What's that?
I was going to say, I will say, though, but you know what? No, because I won't. I'll save it for when you're actually going to talk about it, because something was done that I feel was unfair to some people.
All right. We'll talk about that too. And then we'll talk about the county budget. Got passed yesterday. We'll tell you who is getting the most of it, what the budget actually is. And I'll compare it to Bakersfield's budget just a little bit. But we'll first start with some local news here in the courts this morning. I told you it was going to happen a couple of months ago, the last time Kevin Mays came into the court. And if you don't know who Kevin Mays is, he is the former Cal State basketball assistant coach. And he was originally arrested and charged in March to stand trial on 11 counts after a 2-day preliminary hearing, including felony counts of pimping and pandering and possession of child pornography. Now, this guy was caught after, I think, a tip led investigators to him pimping out girls. They were able to locate the victim in Sacramento, at which time they then were able to get Mays and arrest him. Upon arresting him, not only did they have him on the pimping, but then they also found weapons on him, I believe drugs and possession of child pornography on his cell phone. Again, 11 counts, including multiple felonies. And it was about a month or so ago when they came into court and they said, we're going to delay this just about a month or so. We're in discussions about some things, and we'll get back with you. And I already knew what was going to happen. I'm just going to call it the Kern County special. Let's just call it the Kern County special. I just made that up right up the top of my head. The Kern County special. Or should we call it the Zimmer? Which one? Which one sounds better to you guys? Let's take a poll. Today on Court Watch, who got a plea deal? Who got the Cynthia special? Who got the Zimmer? That sounds a little bad. You got a Zimmer? Ooh, hey. Well, you were going to say something, Chris.
No.
You were going to say something.
No.
Don't get sucked into it. Don't get sucked into it. Just. But yeah, you got the Zimmer special. You got the Kern County special is what you got. That's called the new plea deal here in Bakersfield, Kern County. Because this guy got to plead no contest to 3 felony charges for an agreed upon sentence of 4 years. Now you could say, JR, he was just, pimping some girl out, and there's, allegations it was more than one, but we know of one, and, he only had weapons on him, and that child porn stuff, I mean, come on. 4 years. He gets to plea down for 4 years to 3 felonies. He pleaded to charges of pimping, drug possession while armed, and illegal possession of an assault rifle. Where did the child pornography go? Just out of curiosity, I'm just wondering where the charge for child pornography went, because he had possession of child pornography on his phone. And I'm sick and tired of crimes against children just being completely ignored. I mean, we're just going to act like that part didn't happen. And he had a good attorney. He had the best, which makes me wonder, who the hell was paying for David Torres? He ain't cheap. And he don't work pro bono. My man David does not work pro bono. No. So who the heck was paying for David Torres? I would say one of the top 3 defense attorneys in town. My dude got to plead down to 3 charges, and not one of them was for child pornography. The remaining charges were dismissed under the plea agreement. He's scheduled to be sentenced on July 30th, and he will, at least, if it means anything, have to register as a lifetime sex offender, which we'll learn later in the show doesn't keep you from getting elected in the state of California. It's freaking crazy. Speaking of Court Watch today, the Cal City man finally showed up in court yesterday. If you don't know who we're talking about, Kenneth Dobbins, 68. He refused to show up in court on Monday when his arraignment was initially scheduled. He was ordered to come to court even if by reasonable force on Tuesday. This all stems back from the evening of June 18th, in which his dogs, which are known to be aggressive by not only the neighbors of the complex he was staying in, but by authorities themselves, were let off leashes in a park where dogs are not even allowed, whether they're on a leash or not. Dogs chase 12-year-old into a lake, follow him into the lake. Boy begins to struggle. Kenneth Dobbins goes and retrieves his dogs, leaves 12-year-old boy to drown. Dogs then attack 8-year-old sister of the 12-year-old. He gathers his dogs and leaves, skips town, and is arrested in Lancaster. Well, he has been arraigned. A deputy public defender entered not guilty pleas on his behalf. He stood when his case was called and shook his head at times during the proceeding. He never turned and looked at the audience, and he is now facing charges of murder, and he's being held without bail. Don't think he'll get the Kern County special on this one. You know why? Well, because Cynthia Zimmer herself made sure she was showing up to court on that high-profile case. On the other side, we'll talk about the two climbers that scaled up to the top of the Empire State Building to profess love. Men, we're all in trouble. There's no way we can compete.
Thank you. That was exactly what
There's no way we can compete.
Unrealistic expectations are being set here.
There's no way we can compete. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk to Dr. Amanda Pratt. She is with Kick It California. She's going to teach y'all how to quit smoking. We'll also break down the county budget and some crazy things coming out of California. Oh, and new laws that took effect today. And fireworks are on sale officially today. Opened up at noon. Tell you where you can get some.
Seems weird, like-
What's that? It's July 1st.
No, but
Every year, July 1st. Doesn't feel like it, but it is. Fireworks go on sale July 1st at noon. I'll tell you where you can get some. Stick around. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Thursday edition of the First Look program, we will.
D-boy, I don't even want to know what you mean by getting Zimmered. Oh, that's funny. You got a plea deal? Yep, he had David Torres. Crazy. Party on Friday, right? Party on Friday. I'll be right back. I need to go grab something. Hold on.
Programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt. Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So yeah, you need life insurance, but unless you're young and healthy, you got to call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds too. Get a quote right now at 800-560-0301, 800-560-0301, or biglou.com.
Paid for by term provider.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on Newstalk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Adaptive Networks in the building. I think Emily broke something. You know, it's really broke, Chris, when two people have to show up to fix it. They brought two people from Adaptive.
Damn.
And the boss man himself is here showed up. Brian Van
definitely messed
Alstyne.
up,
I mean, you have to really mess up to send Brian Van Alstyne, the owner of the I mean, come on.
He's usually on handle for everything now.
No, he is.
He's always on hand.
He's a hands-on owner. And we're a very important client, Christopher. But Emily must have broke something. I don't know what you can break in promotions over there, Chris. There's not, I mean.
They could find something.
Speaking of promotions, we have a promotion going on. You guys stay tuned to Kern Radio all day long for your chance to win Salty's Barbecue and Marie Callender's Pie. We're giving it away so you guys can celebrate the 4th of July the right way. The 250th anniversary way with barbecue and pie straight from Salty's Barbecue and Marie Callender's throughout the day on Kern Radio. I'm not going to tell you when, but just sometime throughout the day, we play the national anthem. It could be during Scott's show, Terry's show, my show, Ralph's show. It doesn't matter. One of those shows will play the national anthem at some point. And when that happens, be caller number 4. You don't even have to wait for the person to announce it and say, hey, that's the national anthem. Just in case you didn't recognize our own national anthem, you unpatriotic, just call. You don't have to wait for me to say to call. As soon as it starts playing, just call. 661, and not right now, when the song comes on. 661-842-5376. You be caller number 4, and then you too can enjoy Salty's Barbecue and Marie Callender's Pie for the 4th of July, America's 250th birthday. And just a reminder, we are closed on Friday. So if you have one of those certificates from us and you do plan on using it over the weekend, you need to pick that up today. Again, today. We close at 4:00 for those trying to pick up stuff. You have until then. You have been warned. All right, let's go to a break now. On the other side, talk about the city budget, or not the city budget, the county budget, over $4 billion. Tell you who's getting the majority cut of that. With yesterday's Supreme Court decision on birthright citizenship, the Republicans are looking to revive an old Democratic bill. I'll tell you which one. And we'll talk to Kick It California, teach you how to quit smoking. It's the JR Show. We'll be right back.
Friend News. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump says, make no mistake about it, his original objective in going to war with Iran is still very much on track. He says that is the denuclearization of the country and the simple fact that Iran must never be able to create a nuclear weapon. The president spoke to reporters today on his way to North Dakota, where he spoke at the opening of the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library. President Trump says the Republicans will do a first this year. They'll be holding their first ever national convention ahead of a midterm election. This one will be held in Dallas on September 9th and 10th. Vice President J.D. Vance says discussions between the U.S. and Iran are going well as they hold indirect technical talks in Qatar about the Strait of Hormuz, adding that Washington would not return to full combat unless necessary. At the closing bell on Wall Street, all the major indexes had turned down. The Dow was off 13 points. This is SRN News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds.
Headlines from the KERN Newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis. The trial for the parents of 8-year-old Genesis Mata, whose life came to an end in a motel room in Bakersfield in August of last year, is now scheduled for September 1st, set Tuesday by a judge. Ray Mata Jr. found competent to stand trial in April, and stepmother Graciela Bustamante are facing accusations they tortured and murdered the girl. The meth, heroin, and fentanyl seized by agents with the DEA and Bakersfield police during a raid on 3 properties in East and South Bakersfield totaled 9 pounds, say police. They also found a gun and cash and now accuse 27-year-old Jesus Marquez Ruiz of being a high-level drug dealer and supplying street-level dealers. The raid was about a month in the planning. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Kern Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
I'm John Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
And I'm Jonathan Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
We just wanted to talk with you about what we do as a team. We do a great job for our clients. Some of the things that we do is when we represent sellers, we don't just put the transaction together. We do our homework and we check their FICO score, source of funds, where the money's coming from, and the job stability. Because what we don't want is to get you into an escrow and the escrow falls out because we didn't do our homework.
With any sort of real estate need that you have, we can accommodate, whether it's residential, commercial, land, or multi-units. We have experience in all and can help you to a successful close.
The background that we have is I was a lender for 5 years. And so I learned quite a bit as far as how to keep a transaction together. We don't just put it together and hope that it closes escrow. Nothing's 100%, but we do stack it in your favor.
With any needs or questions with real estate, give us a call at 661-410-7355 or visit our website at www.teambusby.com.
The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
There's no telling what's going on inside the head of the president. First is this ridiculous MOU where the Iranians are making millions. Then we're going to turn over $300 billion more to them. And now he scuttles an affordable housing bill. It's almost as if he is trying, as we head into the midterms, to destroy the Republican Party.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Took girl in a push-up bra, I'm falling on over myself to lick your heart in case your haircut.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com, on social media. Just look up Kern Radio, Facebook, Instagram, and X, and also streaming on YouTube. If you go find us over there, you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. They just saved us. Literally, I was joking on the coming back from the last break. I was joking because 2 of the Adaptive Networks guys were in our building and they were on one of our computers where you pick up stuff where, you know, promotions if you want a prize or something. And I walked by and I was like, ooh, Emily broke something. Adaptive's here. And then I walked back by and I was like, whoa, there's 2 Adaptive guys here. It must be really bad. And then I got owner Ryan Von Alstein in the hallway and he's like, yeah, no, that was serious, dude. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, no, that was the real deal, real world, like caught it in action, malware unloading, like was about to attack your system, and we just nuked it. We got it.
So what you're saying is we could have started our vacation.
We could have been off the air right now. Dang it, no, I'm just playing. But that's why you guys need Adaptive, because he was telling me in the hallway, it used to be back in the day when something like this would upload onto your computer, you'd have, a week or 2 weeks to try to clean it out and get rid of it and before it did any real damage. He said, now, Max, you got 20 hours. 20 hours. Once that thing starts, AI kicks in that they've got built into whatever program that they've maliciously got onto your computer. And he said that the new thing is, and what you really have to be careful is the CAPTCHAs. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, usually when you go to a website or something, or you're entering information or something, you have to click on something that says, we just want to make sure you're a human. Click on this, or line up this picture here, or click on the square that doesn't have a bus in it. You know what I mean? We've seen them all the time. And he said now they're even using those things to try to catch us, that as soon as you click on one of those things on a bad site, and it'll automatically start attacking your system. And you've got about a 20-hour window to knock it out. And they were on top of it, man. They were in here, and they said they were able to locate it and take care of the system and make sure everything was all right. Now they're just kind of doing some reconnaissance on it so they can have some information, more information. In today's technological world, information is constantly changing, especially when it comes to those guys. I should have just had Ryan come in.
Oh, he'll be on Ralph Bailey's show later.
Are they on today?
Yeah, they're on today.
Yeah, ask him about that, dude. Just ask him to talk lightly about what and I don't even know if we should be talking about our system getting compromised, but
because I'm sitting here wondering if those were the things that were supposed to stop the robots from being able to get into your system.
Yeah.
Now what the hell are we supposed to do?
You use adaptive networks.
Oh, naturally, but I'm more thinking of the common man here.
Well,
we're sitting here worried about this with a business, and that's what's going to do to you at home.
I know. Yeah. And so you just got to be careful. You just got to have all the right equipment on your computer. Have somebody smart. I don't know. I mean, just have somebody
encourage your kids to get real good with that iPad.
It's scary out there, dude. Technology, and like we were talking about, it's always changing. It's always growing. It's always moving. There's always some new threat. And this is one of them, he said, and they were able to catch it, and they'll have some information and be able to go back and look at it and see what actually happened and where to come from, and be able to take that and learn from it and use that to help other businesses that they support. And so they saved our behind. Again, I was just joking. I was just like, hey, Adaptive's here. Something's broken. It's better that is it funny that when Adaptive shows up, we go, oh, something's broken, they're here to fix it, as opposed to when our engineer shows up and we're like, uh-oh, something's about to break. He's listening, by the way. That was for you, Rusty. Yes, you can text me. Don't act like it ain't true, Chris. Get out. Get out from under the desk.
I didn't say that.
I know you didn't. I did. Oh, goodness gracious. In light of yesterday's Supreme Court ruling on the birthright citizenship, and then basically striking down President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship, has brought to light some old, because basically what they said was you can't take it away. You can't do that, but Congress is going to have to change something if you want this not to be the case. If you don't want it to be where anybody can show up in America and have a baby and automatically have that child as a U.S. citizen, then Congress will have to do something. And Republicans jumped all over that. And they brought up an old bill from 1993 from old Democrat Mr. Harry Reid. And basically, back then, Harry Reid introduced what was the Immigration Stabilization Act of 1993. And it just goes to show how far the Democrat Party has gone from their own selves. It included a provision clarifying that a child born in the United States to a mother who was neither a U.S. citizen nor a lawful permanent resident would not be considered, quote, subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and therefore would not automatically receive citizenship. Democrat Harry Reid argued at the time that, quote, no sane country would offer a, quote, reward for being an illegal immigrant. Now, the bill stalled in the Senate Judiciary Committee under then chairman Joe Biden and never got advanced. So next time when you're a Democrat and you're like, hey, it's crazy to think that they don't, how long ago was 1993? First off, what, 23 years ago? 33? How long ago was 1933, Chris? 23, 2003, 2013. Oh, 30 some years ago. How old are you? 33?
33.
Were you born in 92? 93?
Born in 93.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm.
I should have known that. Your birthday just passed too, huh?
June 13th.
My birthday's next week. Next Wednesday. A week from today.
My brother's is in 3 weeks.
Is it? I'm thinking about just throwing a, and I don't know if they're listening or not. What do they call them? Flash mobs? I'm going to throw a guerrilla style ice cream social at Rosemary's on my birthday. I'll release the details about what time everybody can show up. I should probably go in there and tell them I'm going to say that. But we're going to do it anyways. Just look out, next Wednesday is my birthday, and we're going to celebrate with ice cream. The best ice cream in town, by the way. We're gonna show Chris because Chris doesn't realize how great it is.
No. I love.
No. I don't think you. I know. Yep.
Do not get twisted.
It's
love
twisted.
Rosemary.
It's twisted, Chris.
I'm a Dolores guy.
No,
I grew up a Dolores guy.
No. Rosemary's it is. We'll have a birthday party next week, you guys. Stay tuned for details to that.
Although again, I am very disappointed that Dolores has still not stepped up to this challenge that Rosemary's put out there the day we started talking about this.
It's all summer long. It's open all summer long, by the way. And the folks at Rosemary's already said, Chris, they'll come drop you off whatever you want.
I know.
Anytime.
That's what I'm saying.
Anytime.
That's what I'm saying. Dolores, what the heck's going on? I know somebody listening right now knows the family that runs that place. Come on now.
We ain't even got a chew.
No.
Not even a chew.
Dude, I can go to Sully's right now and get a carton of your guys' stuff, but no.
Rosemary's will bring in all kinds of stuff for you. Dolores hasn't even offered a chew, Chris. Just saying. I'm kidding, by the way. I love them both. I do. I am it's tradition for our family to go to Rosemary's for every birthday. That's all. We love Rosemary's. It's delicious, and we appreciate Doors. We stop in there all the time, and don't even take away from La Rosa bars because I got a whole stack of them in the freezer right down the hall. They got a special going on, by the way, this week. Go check them out. They got the 4th of July bars. It's cherry, coconut, and bubblegum on one red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. And if you buy 2 cases, you get a La Rosa tote bag if they still have them in stock.
I think about it. Is that what the bomb pops always were?
Red, white, and blue? Were they coconut? I don't know if they were coconut. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't think they had
coconut in the middle.
Did they have flavor?
It was its own flavor. I don't remember. I haven't had one in years.
We've gotten so far off the conversations, just like the Democrats have gotten so far off of immigration, because there was a time like this with Harry Reid that they supported these kinds of things, that it didn't sound outlandish. And now you try to say anything about immigration and the Democrats are like in uproar. They forget that just their favorite president, who they just celebrated with his own library, Obama, the deporter in chief. You forget Clinton's speech on immigration? I don't know what the right answer is. I don't. Because it gets a little tricky, because then you start getting into what makes citizenship then? Is it your parents and where they hold legal status at? Because you can't, you can't just come to America and have a baby and automatically, because I think that's dangerous. And so I don't. There's got to be some kind of compromise in the middle. I'm scared there's not, because there's seems to be no middle anymore. But it's funny how Democrats get so far away from their own ideas, not only 20, 30 years ago. And Republicans are, like I said, are jumping all over this. They almost want to reintroduce the bill and call it the Harry Reid Act. just to screw with Democrats and be like, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? It's your own parties put this forward, and you never mind. Oh my gosh, let's go to a break, Chris. On the other side, we're going to break down the county budget. I'll tell you where most of the spending is going, although they have made cuts, and it is a decrease in the budget from last year's. We'll tell you who was getting most of it. Then in the 2 o'clock hour, we'll talk with Dr. Amanda Pratt. She is with Kick It, California, going to teach y'all how to quit smoking nicotine. Speaking of California, we'll talk about some of the craziness that goes up on in Sacramento, good bills gone wrong, and some new laws taking effect today. Plus, the cost of gas has also gone up. I'll tell you why and how much. All that coming up. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till the last mic drop.
If you've got kids right now, what happens every summer? Well, there's no summer jobs available.
D-Boy, don't you like primetime? I always see you at primetime, D-Boy. Primetime barbecue is pretty good too. The Kern County special. Is that what we're going to call it? Who is that? Elliot? I think I know who you are, Elliot. The Kern County special or the Zimmer special, whatever. But man, these plea deals got to stop. Stop. Everybody gets, it's like Oprah. You get a plea deal. You get a plea deal. You get a plea deal. Like, come on. Unless, of course, it's a high profile case that Cynthia Zimmer herself comes in to prosecute. Then she can't take a plea deal. She has to put on the whole, I'm tough on crime. Here I am standing up for victims. Okay, we believe you.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform.
You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on Newstalk 96.1 and AM 1230 KE.
What's that?
He does not get enough love for that.
Who's that?
Jennifer Hudson.
Was that who that was?
Oh, yeah.
I think at first I was like, "What are you playing, Chris?"
Still one of the
Who
most
is
beautiful
this?
women on the planet.
What's going on? Really?
Oh, I love Jennifer Hudson.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know you. Okay.
I don't know why, but
See?
I've always thought her and Joy Taylor look a little like. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Joy Taylor, the sports reporter, Jason Taylor's sister, was on Fox Sports for a long time.
Mm-mm. I have to look her up. You have to show me her during the break. But that was your cue to call. I'm sorry. I can't interrupt the national anthem. I can't. I feel I can't start talking in the middle of the national anthem.
Sure you can.
I'm that guy. And if you were watching on YouTube, you saw me stand up and take my hat off. I'm that guy, like if we're somewhere, say we're at my cousin's house, right? And we're about to watch a game or something, or they have a game on TV and the national anthem starts playing during that game, I make everybody stop. Shh. It's the national anthem. You guys stand up. What are you doing? I'm that guy. It's on TV, though. It doesn't matter. It's the national anthem. But that was your cue to call. If you guys didn't know, I mean, I'm sure we already have a winner, Chris, right? don't bother calling now.
Yeah, it's already
It's already gone. That's what I'm saying. Don't wait for me to announce it. I'm the person that's going to let the national anthem play because it's the 4th of freaking July and I'm patriotic. Okay? Who was our winner, Chris?
Anthony.
Anthony. Congratulations. You are the winner of Salty's Barbecue and Marie Callender's Pie. And you were the correct caller, caller number 4, when you heard the national anthem. And you get to enjoy Marie Callender's Pie and some Salty's Barbecue. So congratulations to you. You can come pick that up. If you do it by today, you can get there by 4. If not, it'll be here next week for you or the week after. So you can come on down and get it. Congratulations to all the people that won Salty's Barbecue. And you guys get out there. Celebrate the 4th of July this weekend. Have fun. Spend time with family. Here's a couple of tips and rules for you guys. Tip number 1, do not drink and drive. Okay? Tip number 2, in case you didn't see tip number 1, do not drink and drive. Okay? We got that, right? Okay. Tip number 3, fire safety. Don't hold fireworks in your hands and don't give your kids fireworks to hold. I know the sparkler seems cool too sometimes, but that can burn you. So if you are going to hand it to your kid, supervise them, please. Don't give your nephew, who is 12, a Roman candle and tell him to take his shirt off and run down the street with it. Don't do that. And also, keep a bucket of water. If you are lighting fireworks in your neighborhood, safe and sane ones, I hope, have a bucket of water. And if at all possible, a fire extinguisher. Get a bucket of water and a fire extinguisher. Once you're done lighting those fireworks, take what's left of them and put them in the bucket of water. Okay? We're all following along here, right? Got it. Tip number 4, just as important as tip number 1, do not, and this goes for all summer, by the way, but especially this weekend because we're all going to be around pools, we're all going to be swimming and hanging out, and as summer gets hotter, we're only going to spend more time in the pools. So tip number 4 is not just a 4th of July tip, but a summer tip, an all year round tip. Do not leave your children unattended by the pool. Ever. It only takes a second. I watched a video the other day. It was somebody's doorbell thing. Kid and dad hanging out by the pool. Dad turns around to grab something for the vacuum for the pool. Kid falls right in. Goes in, sees like a ball or something in the pool and goes in to try to grab it, falls in. Dad turns around 5 seconds later. Kid is face down in the water struggling. Dad jumps in and pulls kid out. Thankfully, kid's okay. But that's how fast it can happen. Do not leave your kids unattended by a body of water. Period. Never. Did you guys get that? I gave you 4 really good tips to help you try to survive the weekend. 1, do not drink and drive. 2, same as rule number 1, do not drink and drive. I have to say that twice because unfortunately we continue to talk about DUIs and DUI deaths in this community. I don't know what it's going to take for people to get it through their thick skull. Just stop drinking and driving. I'm not even asking you to stop drinking at this point. Just don't do it and then drive.
Don't buy that last drink and pay for your Uber.
That's it. Pay for an Uber. Pay for a Lyft. Get a taxi. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your sister.
You know how many people look at me and say, Ubers are expensive? I said, you just spent how much on alcohol tonight?
Exactly. On the other side, we'll teach you how to quit smoking, too. Some tips for that with Kick It California. It's the JR Show. We'll be back.
AM 1230, KERN. 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
Town Hall, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Iranian state TV says a foreign container ship ran aground in the state of Hormuz using an unapproved route.
The Iranian state TV report appeared aimed at underlining Tehran's claims to control the Strait of Hormuz, which the world has long considered an international waterway. It saw a fifth of all oil and natural gas pass through it in peacetime. Iran has used its ability to choke off the waterway as a key source of leverage since the war began, disrupting global markets for energy and other critical goods. Talks that ended the Iran war, with the US and Iranian negotiators present. I'm Charles Ledesma.
President Trump flew to North Dakota to help open the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library on the brand new Air Force One aircraft presented to him by the government of Qatar. President Trump tells reporters the new Air Force One will not cost taxpayers very much.
Well, it costs very little relative to what it would cost if we did it a different way. So this was a gift from a country that's treated us very well. And they're an ally of us over in the Middle East, Qatar. And I went to Boeing. I said, who has the best one? They said, Qatar.
The refurbished jet is painted to Trump's preferred color scheme of a navy blue belly and red and gold stripes. Multi-day warnings of extreme heat have landed in New York, Boston, and Philadelphia. The sultry weather has pushed east just ahead of weekend 4th of July events in a region that revels in its role as a cornerstone of U.S. independence. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 13 points, the Nasdaq dropped 173, with the S&P 500 lower by 16. More at townhall.com.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate, like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you got to call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds too. Get a quote right now at 800-555-2085, 800-555-2085, or biglou.com.
California wants to make food...
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
Kenneth Dobbins makes it to court. I'm Chris Davis. You may remember that the man accused of bringing unleashed dogs to Central Park in Cal City refused to go to court Monday to answer the charges against him, which include first-degree murder now for the drowning of a 12-year-old boy who jumped in a pond to get away from the dogs. Tuesday, he was in court and pleaded not guilty to the charges. Court documents indicate that Dobbins walked away after calling his dogs out of the water while the boy was struggling. A date of September 21st was set Tuesday for the murder trial for Ray Mata Jr. and Graciola Bustamante, both charged and pleading not guilty to the charges of torturing and killing Genesis Mata, 8 years old, at a La Quinta Inn in August of 2025. Her body was found in a bathtub in a room there. Both have been the subject of several hearings. In April, Mata was found competent to stand trial by the court and will face a judge September 10th to make sure the case is ready for trial. The meth, heroin, and fentanyl seized by agents with the DEA and Bakersfield police during a raid on 3 properties in East and South Bakersfield totaled 9 pounds, say police. They also found a gun and cash and now accuse 27-year-old Jesus Marquez Ruiz of being a high-level drug dealer and supplying street-level dealers. You hear every Independence Day that your own independence depends on you not drinking and driving. The California Highway Patrol says this year is no different, and to discourage that sort of dangerous behavior, they have planned for 6 p.m. on July 2nd to 11:59 p.m. on July 5th to be an enforcement period. What's different is that they plan to have extra officers out and some that are specially trained to spot drunk or high drivers. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Please.
Flores, turn this up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show. From Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex, here is your host, JR.
Welcome back. Second hour of the program. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us anywhere you go. Plus, find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio, and we're also streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and watch us from the Kern Radio studios. Those are powered by Adaptive Networks. They just saved us. They can save you too. 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks, and this is a Wellness Wednesday. And with June just ending, we're now in July, but June was Men's Health Month. And here to help us all try to quit smoking is Dr. Amanda Pratt. She is with Kick It, California. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you? Good afternoon.
I'm doing just fine. It's not too warm today in Bakersfield, California. Where are you, doctor? You're in the state of California?
Yes, we are in San Diego.
Oh, you had to say that. What is it, like 75 right now, 76?
It's usually about 75.
Yeah. I'll be close there in about 3 weeks. I go down to San Clemente and then I try to get down into Oceanside and maybe spend a day in San Diego. So it's beautiful down there. You're very lucky.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. All those places are gorgeous. We have lots of wonderful places in the state of California.
Yeah, and mentioning the state of California, y'all want to try to help some people quit smoking. You are with Kick It California, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
And what is it like to? I mean, I look around and I go, how are people even still smoking in today's day and age? Do they not realize the dangers of? I mean, have we not done a good enough job of educating people on the dangers of smoking? Tell people what really are the dangers and what smoking is doing to your body.
Yeah, well, a couple of things there. So you're right. Most people do know the dangers of smoking. And, we've been really successful in substantially reducing the rates of smoking in the past couple of decades. So that's fantastic.
It's dropped dramatically, doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, when I look around back, because I was born in the 80s. So in the 80s and 90s, I mean, we used to be able to smoke inside restaurants in California. Right. It was very prevalent. I remember you could look around and see somebody smoking just about anywhere. Nowadays, not so much. So that's why when I do see those few people that are still out there, I'm like, what are you doing?
Sure. So a lot of, times when we talk to people at Kick It California who are thinking about quitting, they acknowledge and definitely know the health risks of smoking and have a lot of concerns about those. What we find is actually really helpful to focus on is the reasons for quitting, right? Rather than, overly focusing on, kind of all of the scary things that people generally know nowadays about smoking.
Yeah, if you don't know smoking gives you cancer by now, then you've been living on the moon or something. You know what I mean? There's enough information that and it clearly says this can cause cancer. Right. Among a bevy of other health issues.
Right. So, you mentioned cancer. There are, increases for cardiovascular disease, respiratory disease like COPD. We mentioned cancer, so thinking about lung cancer. There are impacts on sexual and reproductive health. I know this is Men's Health Month, so that is one particular piece that is particular for men. And then just in general for the body, smoking cigarettes causes inflammation. It can impair your immune system functioning. And then when we think about psychiatric or behavioral health, which is a part of your overall health, there are worse associations for depression and anxiety among people who smoke. So it really is a number of different things. And like I said, we want to focus on, what are your reasons for quitting? And the good news is once you do quit, a lot of those problems, the risk for them decrease and a lot of things get better really quickly.
What do you find when you talk to people on their hesitations? I know it's addictive and it becomes hard to quit. What do you find the reason people aren't quitting so much? Is it just the addictiveness of nicotine?
Yeah, so nicotine, it's an addictive chemical, right? A lot of people that we talk to, one of the first things they want to do in the morning is smoke a cigarette. So there's the physiological addiction right there. There's also a pattern or a habit that people get into.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So you tend to smoke after lunch
After a meal.
after dinner.
That was my
Exactly.
big one, Dr. Pratt, is because I used to
Yeah.
smoke 20, 30 years ago. I haven't smoked in about 10, 15 years, but when I was, the big one was right after I ate a big meal. It was like, oh, I couldn't wait to have a cigarette. I just could not wait to have a cigarette.
Right. So there are those cues within your environment and throughout your day where it's become a habit. And then there are also triggers that people experience, like stress.
Stress,
That tends to be
yep.
a really big trigger for people that they notice they smoke in response to stress. If people are using alcohol tends to kind of go hand in hand with smoking a cigarette. So that's a big trigger. And what we do at Kick It California is help people identify those reasons why they continue to smoke, those triggers, those habits, and help them develop a plan so they can get through those without smoking.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like with anything else you're trying to change in your life, right? Knowledge and knowing what causes you to reach for those things is always going to be at least 50% of the battle. Then you can at least start to attack it, knowing what is going to cause you and make you want to have a cigarette.
Absolutely. We usually, encourage folks who maybe aren't quite sure why they continue to smoke or what their triggers are, that, every time you pull out a cigarette out of a pack, put the Post-it note or piece of paper in that pack and write down what was going on. Write down what time of the day it is so you can start to build that awareness of what are my triggers, what are my patterns, because you need to know that first before you can create a plan to help you get through those without smoking.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, even if you are still at that point smoking the cigarette, writing down why you had that cigarette is going to help you not want or reach for that cigarette next time. What are some of the plans that you guys lay out for people when they do finally start to recognize, okay, after lunch, I want a cigarette? What are some things that I can do to make me not want to get that?
Great question. So a big one is remember your reason why. Just simple reminders, Post-it notes, notes in your phone, reminders that pop up at a certain time of day, reminding yourself for the reasons why you want to quit, why this is important to you.
Maybe if you're a parent, stick a picture in in the pack of cigarettes of your kids. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be here for them when they grow up and when they have kids. I want to be able to see them grow and stuff like that. Stick a picture of your kids inside that pack of cigarettes.
For sure. Absolutely. The other thing is reach out for some support during those times. Have someone on deck that is supporting you through this process that that you can call or text. A really big one is distraction or just getting away from the substance itself. So distract yourself with, maybe doing a crossword puzzle that gets your mind and your hand busy so you can't reach for that cigarette. But make sure that you don't have cigarettes, ashtrays, nothing like that in your home. That's going to reduce the likelihood that you reach for a cigarette during those times when it's a habit.
Yeah, and I mean that's all great advice. And just try not to put yourself in situations where you're gonna want one. Like if you know that you're okay, when I go out to the bar and I start having drinks, it makes me want to have a cigarette. Well, then maybe don't go to the bar for a little bit while you're trying not to have those cigarettes, right?
Absolutely. That's another strategy we talk to folks about is avoidance. There might be people in your life that smoke,
Yes.
and there might be places, like you mentioned, that people are smoking. And so at least in the short term, those first couple of weeks, you might really want to think about would it help me not go back to smoking if I avoided those people and places for a little bit. Maybe you don't want to avoid them forever, but at least for that beginning part where it can be a bit tougher, consider adopting that or at least giving that strategy a try.
Yeah. Do you find it different with different people on not only what strategies work, but long term, really kicking the habit?
Yeah, so long-term kicking the habit is something I want people to start thinking about after they've maybe gotten through the first couple of days that we know is associated with longer-term success is changing your mindset. So a lot of people who are smoking see themselves as a smoker, where this is just kind of part of who they are or their identity. And we want people to start having that mental shift of, I'm a non-smoker now. And that means smoking is not an option, no matter how stressed I am, no matter what's going on or what other people are doing. So that mental or cognitive shift can be really important for people to remain quit in the long term.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Pratt. If people want to get more information, how do they do so?
Absolutely. We have a ton of free resources. So Kick It California is a completely free program for anyone in California who wants help quitting smoking, vaping, or other tobacco products. And we have one-on-one coaching that's individualized. So that's probably one of the best places to get information. And you can enroll in coaching by going to our website, which is kickitca.org, or you can text us, text quit smoking to 66819, or give us a call at 1-800-300-8086. And outside of what we offer at Kick It California, I always encourage people, if you're thinking about quitting smoking, talk to your doctor, talk to your medical provider. They're going to be a great source of individualized information for you as well.
Yeah, talk to your doctor, get a support group. Knowing is half the battle, and trying to just get healthier overall. I'm glad that you brought up vaping too, and that you guys help with that as well, because that has become, I think, more of the prevalent and social thing to do nowadays, especially with younger kids, than it is smoking a cigarette like we did back in, in the 90s and 80s. So I'm glad that you guys are throwing in vaping in there as well.
Absolutely. We, any tobacco product, we are here to help, and our coaches are specifically trained to help folks quit all of these products. And so, when it comes to quitting vaping or, chew or smokeless tobacco, we have coaches that, can offer personalized coaching for those products in addition to cigarettes.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Dr. Pratt, for all of your wealth of knowledge today and helping people get healthier, quit smoking, and just live longer lives. I appreciate it so much.
Well, thank you for letting me come on and talk about this.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we'll have you again soon, because we just need to keep telling people, you know what, they know it's unhealthy. They know it's unhealthy. They just need the tools, I guess, to help them move forward and actually putting it down and putting that cigarette down finally.
Quitting is the best thing you can do for your health. It's hard, but it is easier and possible with support.
Yes, and it is very well worth it. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Pratt. I appreciate it so much.
All right, thank you.
You guys get more information at Kick It California, and just put the cigarettes down. There's no reason to smoke these days at all. So many other things you could be doing with your life. That was the other thing. When I used to smoke, I was like, I could be doing something else with all this time. If I'm smoking 5-6 cigarettes a day, that's an hour of my time. That's an hour and a half of my time spent. I could be doing something else. Find something else to do with your time. Plenty of things to do. Get outside. California's beautiful. The weather's nice right now. Enjoy it. Come back on the other side. We'll talk about some other things that California is trying to do. AB 269 was being heard up today. We'll hear a little bit about what that is. Some laws took effect today in California. I'll tell you which ones you should be aware of. And applications for Via Arte are now being accepted. If you are an artist, we'll tell you how you can sign up. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio,
Smoke 'em if you
News
got
Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
It's that man again. Look what's coming up on the Wednesday TRBS. No guest schedule. That doesn't mean we're not going to have guests. There's much to talk about. We'll continue to chew on the recent Supreme Court cases, get you the latest on Iran, all that plus me at 3. It's TRBS right here on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. I'll see you at 3.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Oh, it's already Wednesday, which means I can get to the stockyard even sooner. Where's the stockyard? What is the stockyard, you ask? Well, it's a little speakeasy right next to Casey's Steakhouse, 2525 F Street. You wouldn't even know it's there. You're going to see some ropes. You're going to see a carpet. Walk up to the door, ring the doorbell. When they ask you what's the password, tell them, why not JR? They're going to let you in. You're going to walk into one of the finest establishments, not only in Bakersfield, not only in Kern County, but probably all of California. It's like you walk into a time travel. They take you back to the days of Speak Easy. Come on in. You can get appetizers off the menu from Casey's Steakhouse if you're hungry. Have a drink with Haley. Heck, I'll be in there this weekend. They also got live music going. And if you're looking to host a party, they got a banquet room. Maybe you got a birthday, a bridal shower. Get a hold of them over at the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to close. Come hang out with me and Haley. It's the Stockyard.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. I want to thank Dr. Pratt for coming on. She's with Kick It California, teaching you guys how to quit smoking if you're still smoking and just knock it off. And the vaping stuff it's not a healthier option. I know you guys feel like it is. Oh, this is better. It's vaping. It's blah, blah, blah. No,
I've always laughed at that when everyone looks, it's not a cigarette, it's vape. It's vape smoke. It's the same thing.
It's still.
Actually, it's kind of worse.
It probably is worse. There's probably more chemicals in that than there is in a cigarette. I don't know, maybe.
And metals and stuff like that. And I don't know. But even then, like, I know cigarettes have a ton of stuff in it that you're not supposed to be ingesting. But regardless, it all is the same thing. It's all affecting your lungs.
Just stop. Just stop smoking. Nicotine. Anyways. But thank you, Dr. Amanda Pratt, for coming on and teaching them how to do that. If you guys want more information, just look up Kick It California. And you can find more information there. Some crazy things going up on, let me see if I can find it. Where to go? That one, not that one. That's an Amber Alert. That's several new laws. Where'd my other paper go? I had that one that I was going to talk about. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Is that it? Nope. Sorry, y'all. Stay with me. Hold on. I've got it. Didn't I have it? Did I not print it out? could have swore I printed it
One
out,
of these
Chris.
things, not like the other.
One of these things. Which one's that? That's an Amber Alert. No, we don't need that one.
This is what the papers are just lining on.
I got like 10,000 papers. I'm like, no.
You look like me in the morning, Miss Sparky.
No, that one. No.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Maybe that one.
No, that one's not it. No. Oh, that's it down there. No, I'm just playing. That's not it. I'll find the story down the hall and we'll talk about it after the break. But it's a crazy bill, basically, that's coming through California in the, you know how it has to work through all these different committees and the safety committee and that committee and this committee before it actually becomes a bill in Sacramento. Well, there's one that was going through committee. And originally, the bill was receiving bipartisan support. It was like 67 to nothing. Like, we're going to pass this because how can we not pass this? And it was to restrict people that have been charged with sexual assault or rape from being able to be an elected official, from being able to hold a public office and being able to run for a campaign and be elected. It makes sense. We can't do that. No, we can't let sexual assault people and people that were convicted of rape become elected officials. I mean, Eric Swalwell, come on, no. Well, everybody agreed that was the case. There was this one guy, you might have heard of him before. His name is Scott Wiener. I know it sounds crazy, but that's really his name. And he decided that he wanted to add in a little amendment that said, well, yes, that's the case, but can we exclude from the sexual assault people that have committed crimes against children, specifically, I got to be careful with my words here. It's a family show, Chris. Yeah, certain kind of sex acts. I'm like, what? Wait, if you're an adult, you can get elected. You can't get elected if you had crimes against other adults, but if you had a crime against... Wait a second. You're going to exclude child sex assault people. How does that even make sense? And so while this bill had come to committee and showed promise of going, yes, we all agree we should not let sexual assault convicted people and people convicted of rape becoming elected officials, there was two people, Scott Wiener being one of them, that said, yeah, that's fine, but out of that group, can we exclude the people that maybe have crimes against children? Let them become elected officials. What? Chris, do you have that audio from that committee meeting this morning where somebody, they came up and spoke against it? Here is a piece of that audio.
Chair members, my name is Greg Burr with the California Family Council, representing tens of thousands of constituents in more than 2,000 churches across California. When we read the June 24th amendment to AB 2691, our honest reaction was that it could not be real. We assumed we'd misread it. We sat in our office and tried to imagine how anyone could stand up and defend it. So I'm here today, genuinely hoping someone will tell us why crimes against children are being carved out of this bill. Let me be clear about what we support. Barring people convicted of felony sexual assault and human trafficking from holding public office is good policy. We want to support the bill. But the amendments, we were told this committee chair demanded exempt convictions for felony sodomy, oral copulation, and sexual penetration against children. So here is where the bill now stands. A person convicted of felony sexual assault against an adult would be barred from public office. A person convicted of the same act against a minor would not be. Adult victim, you're disqualified. Child victim, you may run for school board.
That's just crazy.
No one has offered a rationale. The committee's own analysis does not offer one. The bill passed the Assembly floor 67-0 before this amendment existed.
That's what I said.
The unanimous vote was a clean bill.
They all agreed that it was a great bill until, well, Scott Wiener got involved and he said, "No, we got to fix that. Make sure we don't include the child defenders in there." What? It's not the first time he's done it either. I'll explain more after the break. We'll be back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President Trump visited the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota on Wednesday. The $450 million library project explores the 26th president's life in the rugged, remote landscape where he roamed as a cowboy and a big game hunter in the 1880s. The facility's grand opening is July 4th. Texas Governor Greg Abbott called for blocking new data center development in rural parts of the state during a campaign stop in East Texas on Tuesday. We must prohibit them from building AI data centers in rural Texas neighborhoods, Abbott said at the event. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 13 points, the NASDAQ dropped 173. More details at srnnews.com.
Progressive presents the Museum of You. Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
68-year-old Kenneth Dobbins faced a judge for the first time Tuesday after refusing to go to court Monday. Dobbins is the Cal City man accused of causing the death of a 12-year-old boy by letting his dogs run loose in a Cal City park. Prosecutors say the dogs attacked the boy and an 8-year-old girl, forcing the boy into a pond to get away from them. One of the charges is first-degree murder. It took a month, but drug agents and police believe they built up a good case against 27-year-old Jesus Marquez Ruiz. And this week they arrested him on accusations that he was supplying some of the street-level drug dealers in the Bakersfield area. When he was busted, police say he was caught with a variety pack of drugs totaling 9 pounds of meth, fentanyl, heroin, a gun, and cash. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
I'm John Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
And I'm Jonathan Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
We just wanted to talk with you about what we do as a team. We do a great job for our clients. Some of the things that we do is when we represent sellers, we don't just put the transaction together. We do our homework and we check their FICO score, source of funds, where the money's coming from, and the job stability. Because what we don't want is to get you into an escrow and the escrow falls out because we didn't do our homework.
With any sort of real estate need that you have, we can accommodate, whether it's residential, commercial, land.
This is the best thing right here, you guys. My boss, my general manager, Katie Barton, has gotten into making homemade sourdough bread. Oh, so delicious. So delicious. And then Jen Bowden grows these little baby tomatoes in her backyard. And to not just
What happens every summer? Well, there's no summer jobs available.
Oh my gosh. I have the best coworkers in the world. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Weekdays 9 to noon, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security.
Oh my God.
And fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and local service. Our
That's so
promise to
good.
the Central Valley remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN.
Oh, it's so good.
You're listening to the
Oh my God.
tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Oh, that's right. It's Missy's birthday, huh? So did I until you started playing it. Happy birthday, Missy Elliott. I don't want to know how old she is. I love me some Missy Elliott, though. Love Missy Elliott. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Facebook, social media. You can just find us Kern Radio and streaming on YouTube. Go over there right now. You can watch us from the Kern Radio studios,
powered by Adaptive Networks. They just saved our butts. They can save yours too. 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. Anything on our text board there, sir? What you got? Yeah. That's just Mr. Bailey. I don't know what's sticky icky, Chris. I don't know what that is. Never heard of the old
Catholic boy.
He's a
Catholic boy. Sorry.
You blew it.
You and I get it mixed up sometimes.
I follow Christ, okay?
Oh,
just leave me
exactly. It's
alone.
all the same God.
Leave me
It's all
alone.
the same thing.
It's,
One of us just has saints, the other one doesn't.
I'm just saying. I had no idea what sticky icky is. Sticky, what is that?
No clue.
Icky? Sticky icky.
Why would we touch anything that's sticky and or icky?
I tell my no, stay away from things that are that's sticky. Don't
Our
touch
millennials
that.
know what icky vicky goes for, and that's not a thing.
Yeah.
We don't follow icky vicky.
No, don't touch it if it's sticky. You don't touch things that are sticky. Just saying. Anything else on the text board?
No, that's it.
And that the nicotine contains a lot of poison. Sticky icky, it comes naturally from the earth. I don't even know what. Wait, what? What is?
Way to sell yourself
What
out.
is sticky icky again? 661
It said in the
842.
Bible that God said that we should hold and take all of His
Whatever
creation and
comes
use
from
them
the
to their
earth,
fullest
I
extent.
give this to you. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. If you guys want to chime in at any time, feel free to do so. Love is in the air, Christopher. I know it's the 4th of July weekend, but love is in the air.
Okay.
Have you caught the love bug? Love is in the air.
Not about the bug, but a specific someone came back into my life recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
I'm interested.
What's
See what
her name?
happens.
You want to tell us anything about that? Fill us in,
Let's
yeah.
just say I might be taking trips back to Visalia
There
here
you
pretty
go.
soon.
Okay. Hey, Visalia, what's going on? But no,
it's not because it's the dumbest city in California.
it's because they're dumb. There's a joke there. I'm not touching it. No, I guess it's only in New York though. Taylor and Travis are getting married this weekend.
Was that this weekend?
Yeah, it's Friday. Tomorrow.
Did they succeed in blocking off all the radius around the
Madison Square Garden?
Square?
Yes, they have, pretty
Oh,
much.
God.
The trucks are already there, loading it all in. And Taylor and Travis will be getting married on Friday. What? You didn't get your invite?
No.
No.
And honestly, I wouldn't go even if I was.
I would.
But
what?
I mean, don't get me wrong. The party would be great.
Oh,
Drinking
yeah.
beers with the Kelsey brothers would be awesome.
Well, there's rumors that she's building a castle inside of Madison Square Garden for the wedding.
Okay, let's not get crazy.
I'm just, hey, it's
possible, but like that sounds like she's making it an entire concert for herself. I don't know if we're gonna go.
I don't think she's going to perform though. I wonder who would perform at a Taylor Swift wedding.
I could see her singing one song. You know
No.
how usually one spouse sings to a song to the other.
Then
like,
he should
their
sing to
song.
her.
I don't. It's a good question though. Do you get a DJ? Do you hire a friend?
Who do you have? Who do you get? Who do you get? If you're Taylor Swift, who do you have perform at your wedding?
The gig of all gigs if you're a wedding singer.
Right?
That's massive.
What do you bring in? Elton John?
No, I'm coming to the realization though.
What's that?
If what we saw this morning,
Yeah.
the two people climbing to the
Uh-huh.
top of the Empire State Building and putting up that flag.
Has to do with Taylor Swift.
What
Are
if
they
it has to do with
protesting?
this?
They're protesting the Taylor Swift wedding.
I don't think they're protesting anything.
Well, they were protesting something. If you don't know what we're talking about, that's the other story about love is in the air. Literally this morning, love was in the air. Two people, a man and a woman, supposedly, I guess, for all we know, they were masked when they went up there. So she looked like a female.
She took hers off.
She did after the whole
a
thing.
while.
But what they did was somehow, some way, they managed to climb up not only did they get outside on the Empire State Building, they climbed up the spire. And I was going to look, can you look, Chris? How high is that thing? Because I know the Empire State Building's 100 and some stories, but how they were higher than that.
1,454 feet. That's 443 meters.
That's to the top of the spire, not just the top of the top floor, because they got out and went up the
They had
spire.
to climb 200 feet of spire
Wow.
because the top floor is at 1,250.
Wow, they climbed up 200 feet on that spire
that
without
is too
harnesses, without any safety apparatus. They just got out, had their backpack, had their masks on, and started climbing up this thing. I walk into work and it's on TV behind Chris, and I walk in and I said, what's going on here? And at that point, they were already at the tip.
One bad gust of wind.
And they were both hanging on to it, just chilling and enjoying the view. And old girl had a flag or something, that a cape or whatever, draped out. And it said, when the power of love defeats the love of power, the world knows peace. And I said, how the hell am I supposed to read all of that if I was on the floor? If I was all the way down at the bottom?
You can't read that on the floor. There ain't no way.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck are you doing? But then they knew all the choppers and everybody would be out and it'd be all crazy. And so they hung out there for a little bit.
Not gonna lie, they looked majestic AF.
Oh, it looked chilly, awesome. Dude. Chilly. I'd never do it. And
superhero stuff, man.
I would, yes, total Spider-Man. I would assume that they're some sort of at least novice climbers of some sort.
Athletes of some kind, yeah.
Like a rock climbers or some sorts of, you know what I mean? Do this, that it wasn't just, oh, we think we can do that. Let me go up there and see.
Tried to climb up the building on Netflix.
I don't know. I don't think they've identified him. But after that, they just kind of hung out, let the flag fly, chilled, enjoyed the view. Then they started to climb down, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is over. Unless somebody falls. Nobody ever fell. That's what I was waiting for. And then they got down to the first little platform there. Still, I would assume 100 feet up, if not more, on the spire. And he climbs down first, which I thought, well, that's kind of rude, dude. You should have let the lady go first, or at least wait for her. You like trucked it down, and she's halfway down, like,
heck no, you got to go second, so that way if she falls, you can catch
her. But he left her. He like climbed all the way down to the platform, and she was halfway down. And I'm like, okay. And he starts setting up, and he like puts a stick out overhanging of the thing, and I'm like, what is he doing? Well, then I realized, oh, it's a selfie stick, and he's filming it. So then she comes down the ladder, and they kind of just stand there, and again, they're just taking in the view. And I'm like, y'all are crazy, crazy. That is insanely high. You're on a little platform that didn't look like it was bigger than 4 feet wide, and they're just walking around it like, nah, 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 look at the view. And then out of nowhere, he turns and drops to a knee. And I'm sitting there watching it live on TV. And he drops to a knee all the way halfway up the spire of the Empire State Building. And I see her just start to get giddy, and her hands, you know, the girls, how they put their hands up by their face, like, oh my gosh, is it real? Are you really proposing to me right now? And all I could think was, my dude did it. My dude
he
pulled off the most insane proposal of all time. Like, he beat Kanye. Kanye went and got Giant Stadium when he proposed to Kim Kardashian. Like, bought the stadium out and did this big old thing. I've seen people do some pretty crazy proposals, but this morning topped them all.
See, but here's my problem.
What's the problem?
Here's my problem.
There's no problem.
Oh, there's a problem.
No problem.
There's a problem for men like me.
If a woman, Chris, is willing to climb with you to the top of the Empire State Building, you better marry that woman.
No, 110%. He did the right thing. He's supposed to put the ring on the finger.
Yes,
That's 1,000% the goal. But the problem here
What's
is
the problem?
This now further sets unrealistic expectations for all men like me who are not married.
He topped it.
Oh, no, this is now because when you're looking at Kanye doing it,
yep,
everyone's like, well, it's Kanye.
Yeah,
Kanye's
got the
ridiculous amounts of money.
Right.
He can afford to do stuff like this. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce can afford to have their wedding at Madison Square Garden.
They can build the castle.
No, this is some random Joe Blow from the side of the street in New York who's just really good at climbing stuff with his girlfriend. And now every girlfriend's going to sit there and think, if you don't go to above and beyond this level, I'm not going to have a memorable proposal.
At least something.
My sister, just all she did was ask to get proposed to in front of the castle at Disneyland. That was great. We were all there for it.
Yeah,
it
my
really
cousin
cool.
did that. Yeah.
Why can't we just keep it at simple stuff like that, cute stuff like that?
Apparently, my brother got it married over the weekend.
No kidding.
Yeah. Did I tell you what he did? Did I tell you about the trip that he took? It was my sister in
Your
Vegas.
brother got married and you weren't there?
No, but none of us were there. He didn't tell.
That's wild.
he's wild. He was at some rave in a forest in Michigan or something like that, dude. I don't know. He's in his 30s. He's crazy. He took my nephew, right? So this is what he did. He lives in Florida. My brother does. My sister and his mom, my stepmom, lives in Las Vegas. He got on a plane with my nephew in Florida, flew to Las Vegas, dropped off my nephew, stayed the night in Vegas, and then flew and met his girlfriend at the time in Michigan for this rave. And I'm telling my sister, I said, wait, he just brought Feeney to Vegas, dropped him off and left, and then he's going to come back and pick him up on the way home and then go back? That's not like me driving to the east side to drop my daughter off with my niece and my mom while I go to work. My boy flew all the way, not even halfway. He flew all the way across the country. And then went and met his girl at the rave. And then I see him posting pictures about, I just figured we'd get married while we were here.
What?
Dude, I'll show you the picture. It's what you think it was.
Wait, so his kid wasn't even there?
Nobody was there, I'm telling you. That's what kids do these days, man.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop.
Not me. That's you. That's your generation.
Oh, this isn't my generation.
That's you.
Well, actually, no, technically,
That's
you're right.
exactly.
He is my
Yes, he
generation.
is. Yes.
He actually might be. He's the same as my brother. He's right underneath me. He might be a Z.
He's 10 years younger than I am. And
Yeah, he might be a Gen
he's
Z.
35, maybe, at best.
Either that or he's at the tail end of millennials. I'm trying to remember what the cutoff day is. Cutoff year, I should say.
I don't remember, but I'm like, what is going on?
Either way, I do not subscribe to this.
Neither do I, but that's what he did, and that's what this guy did. And apparently the girl didn't know. That when they climbed up the spire this morning at the Empire State Building, apparently, because he obviously knew what he was doing. She just thought she was going up for a stroll up the Empire State Building or something. I don't know. How do you convince your girl to climb up the Empire State Building with you? Like, how do you convince her to do that? And again,
Nothing makes me believe this was her idea. Not the proposal part.
Because see, that would be easier. If a hot chick comes to you and says, hey, do you want to go do this? Most of the time, us dumb guys will be like, sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you ever want to get a guy to do something stupid,
you might be onto something.
Get a girl that he thinks is cute, or if you bark up the street, a guy, in that situation, and get them to ask him. I guarantee you, they say yes.
You're probably right. It was probably her idea, and then he thought, I'll just take advantage of the situation, and while we're up there, I'll go ahead and propose to her because we're both crazy. And as Ralph Bailey will tell you, crazy got to be with crazy. Crackhead got to be with crackhead. Just saying. Just saying. But all kinds of love in the air. Taylor and Travis getting married this weekend in New York City, Madison Square Garden. Proposals at the top of the Empire State Building, and my brother got married in some forest in Michigan, I guess. I don't know.
Now my next girlfriend's going to expect me to propose with some crazy thing.
I'm just saying, Chris, we'll come up with something for you. We'll come up with something. Never mind.
I'm going to have to skydive and do it like that, like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I thought about doing it on the ice at Rabobank before the teddy bear toss.
Oh, don't do that.
I almost did.
Don't do that.
I almost did.
Look.
I almost did.
This is a PSA to every
You got to go
dude,
big, Chris.
Every single guy.
Got to go
listen
big.
to me now.
Got to go big.
Don't do that.
You got to go big.
Do not do it at a sporting event.
Yes.
Don't do it. Unless she is a diehard for that team, don't do it. It's not cute. It's not what they want. They're not going to be surprised and say, "Oh my God, yes!" Just don't do it.
Do it on a trip to Hawaii instead, where you're on the beach and you're having family pictures taken.
Different.
You're having family pictures taken. You know what I mean? And then you just
nothing makes me cringe more than them panning to a guy who's dropping to a knee. Will you marry me at some sporting event? Stop it. My girlfriend didn't want to go to that game for that.
Speaking of sporting events, there's a sporting event tonight, right?
Yes, we have a soccer game.
Yeah, we have a soccer match. The United States is playing who?
We have. Oh Lord, I had it. Bosnia.
Bosnia what though? It's not just Bosnia, Chris. It's Bosnia and something else. I don't know the rest of the name, but it's some crazy name. But technically, it's just Bosnia. But yeah, the United States and Bosnia tonight at 5 p.m.
Oh God, I know I'm gonna say this wrong.
Yep. Go ahead.
Herzegovina.
I don't know. What did she say?
Herzegovina.
I know she said that.
I'm butchering it. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Bosnia. That's who we
Bosnia.
got. That's at 5 o'clock.
That's who we
Fox.
got. Yeah. Last time we played Turkey. This time we're playing just Bosnia. But it's 5 o'clock. It is the elimination round, correct? If we lose, we're out. And we haven't made it out of elimination round since 2002. Yeah, you think about it. Just go ahead and look it up. Think I'm wrong? Just go ahead and look it up.
Look, man.
2002. We haven't made it out of elimination round.
It's the best team we've had in 2 decades. We could do this.
We could do this.
We watched Canada get through. We watched Mexico get through yesterday and break their curse.
Mexico. Goodness gracious.
Went nuts yesterday. I loved every second of it.
Nuts. And I hope we can do the same tonight. Where are you watching the game? Oh, you'll be here, huh?
I'll be here.
My bad.
I'll be here, and then I got an appointment afterwards.
Remember last time I said to go watch it in public somewhere. It's great. It's just great atmosphere being out in public when these games are happening and the United States scores and then the whole place just goes crazy. It's just cool to be a part of, and it only happens every 4 years. So you guys get out there and enjoy the United States match tonight. It'll give us something to really, really celebrate over the 4th of July weekend. So come on, don't let us down, boys. We're counting on you. We need a win tonight. It's an all-American weekend, Chris.
Yeah.
Did you just realize that? We have the United States playing in a soccer match tonight for the World Cup that we can win and move on. We can celebrate that. And then we have an all-American wedding between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and we have the 4th of freaking July, man. It couldn't be a better patriotic weekend.
Well, hear me out on this.
You're about to spoil it.
I'm trying to figure this out, but I think there's
spoil it.
still that possibility we may play England on the 4th of July if we beat Bosnia tonight.
Oh, boy. We could have a match on the 4th of July.
Against England.
That's not good.
I think it's good.
We should probably.
Oh, no. You know what? No, I'm sorry. Mexico plays England next.
Oh, go. Thank you.
We dodged that one.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We don't need a game on the 4th of July. We don't need that much pressure on us. Maybe the 5th of July. We don't need the 4th of July. Just saying. Just saying. Let's go ahead and take a break as the president is landing. Where is he at? North Dakota en route to the White House. Looks like he's on Marine One or about to step off of Marine One anyways, as he was visiting. Was he at Delaware, I believe? Kicking off his 4th of July weekend. Remember, you guys be safe out there. I'll tell you where you can find some fireworks later. Not only that, we'll tell you what else we learned today. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till the last mic drop.
A educational conversation between J.D. Vance and Bill Maher. This is the opportunity. This is the door that's been opened. You got 13 members now of the Democrat Party saying, hey, we like capitalism. And this is the opportunity for other Democrats that agree with Bill Maher that let's take our party back and let's get off this road to socialism.
Weekdays 9 to noon, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
I'm John Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
And I'm Jonathan Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
We just wanted to talk with you about what we do as a team. We do a great job for our clients. Some of the things that we do is when we represent sellers, we don't just put the transaction together. We do our homework and we check their FICO score, source of funds, where the money's coming from, and the job stability. Because what we don't want is to get you into an escrow and the escrow falls out because we didn't do our homework.
With any sort of real estate need that you have, we can accommodate, whether it's residential, commercial, land, or multi-units. We have experience in all and can help you to successful flows.
The background that we have is I was a lender for 5 years. And so I learned quite a bit as far as how to keep a transaction together. We don't just put it together and hope that it closes escrow. Nothing's 100%, but we do stack it in your favor.
With any needs or questions with real estate, give us a call.
I had to put my daughter's bed together last night. That thing was insane. It says it only had 19 parts in it, or 19 steps, and it took me an hour and a half. Like these Chinese people. Last time I'm buying something made in China. My favorite La Rosa bars. Ooh. Ooh. Sergio, good for you, brother. We can get you. How much? I'll shoot you a text, Sergio, because I want to figure out. I want to see what we can talk about, because there's a couple of things, but I want to make sure with your profession that you're cool. My favorite La Rosa bar. As a kid growing up, it was the bubblegum cream, which they only do certain times of the year, and a strawberry cream. Like right now, I'm probably going to go walk down there and grab me a black cherry one. Matter of fact, I'm going to go grab it right now.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at bofa.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore, and every Viking voyage is all-inclusive with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Starting tonight. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com, 661-842-5376. That's the number to call. Anything on the text board before we get out of here for the day, sir? This bread and tomatoes are so freaking good. Katie, our general manager, has gotten into bread making. I want to know how. I took a bread making class once with a tall, beautiful, gorgeous blonde lady, and it was pretty good. The bread we made was pretty good. Katie, our general manager, outstanding. She has really gotten this down. Well, last time they came in, she brought some in. She'll bring some in every once in a while, like once a week or something. She makes this loaf of sourdough bread. And every once in a while, I'll go in there and they're there and I'll steal a slice. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's the best bread I've ever had in my life. And one day, Jen, who also works in our sales department over there, events coordinator, she grows tomatoes in her backyard. And one day there was some tomatoes sitting there. She'll bring them and put them out, and whoever wants tomatoes can take them. Well, one day I was like, oh, look, I'm going to take this slice of bread and I'm going to take this baby tomato and I'm going to eat the bread and bite the tomato. And it was the best snack. Both just homemade bread and homegrown tomatoes. So simple. And so I asked Katie yesterday, I said, hey, if I pay you, will you just make me a loaf? Like, I'll pay you for it. I'm not even tripping. I'll pay you. And she's like, you want me to make you a loaf? Like, just throw another loaf in. And I was like, come on, dude. She's like, I'll see what I can do. And I told Jen, hey, you brought in some tomatoes for Scott. Where's my tomatoes? Oh, I'll bring you some tomatoes, JR. Okay. I'll walk over to sales today. Katie hands me the loaf of bread and Jan hands me a cup of tomatoes. And it's the best snack ever. It really is. I don't care. It's delicious. Delicious. We got to get out of here for the day. You guys, thanks for tuning in. One more day, and then we're off for a 3-day weekend. Hope you guys get ready for fireworks. They are on sale starting today, so you can go and get them now. I got to get out of here. I'm going to go get some. You guys stick around for the Ralph Bailey Show. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you. Ta 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 ta. All right, guys. Be good to each other. Do it one more day tomorrow. Then we'll all hang out for the 3-day weekend. Yeah, but probably strawberry. Strawberry D-boy.